Welcome back. David Hertel in for Aaron and Natasha. The McGill University Health Center Foundation has done a lot of crucial work here in Montreal. They've raised millions of dollars for the MUHC, one of the top research and teaching hospitals in the country. A few days ago, we spoke with Julie Canville, President and CEO of the MUHC Foundation, about the top 5 fundraising stories of 2022. And she is back now to discuss the top stories the foundation is looking forward to in 2023. Julie, thank you so much for taking the time again this week.
Thank you so much for welcoming me back.
Yeah, no, I think it's so important to highlight the great work you and your team do over at the MUHC Foundation. So we talked about how strong a year you had in 2022. What are the big events you're looking forward to in 2023?
I want to highlight a couple of the incredible examples of Montrealers teaming up with some of the great, brilliant leaders in medicine to have incredible impact on advancing medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So, David, I thought I would mention two in particular that I am extremely passionate about. And the first one you've heard about, I'm sure, called the Dovey Project. This was a project launched by Dr. Lucy Gilbert. She started working on this many years ago to diagnose ovarian cancer in the early stages. Right now, we only catch ovarian cancer in stage 3 and 4. The survival rate, unfortunately, is 30%. That means 70% of women die from the disease, and usually very, very quickly. Often it's only 3 months from the moment you get your diagnosis till the day that you are gone. And so she has developed an incredible test. It is the only one in the entire world that diagnoses ovarian cancer in the early stages, stage 1 and stage 2. And if we can diagnose it early, we can cure it. We have medication for it. And the reason we're not diagnosing it early enough is that it has 0 symptoms until stage 3. And so it's a cancer that spreads very rapidly. The test that she has developed is like a Pap test. It will be done about every 2 years by gynecologists, family physicians, and it has been fully developed. The phase 3 trial, we know now since the pandemic what a phase 3 trial is. It's the final one before we get Health Canada to approve it. And she won a great grant, $2 million from Genome Canada, $2 million from Genome Quebec, and she would not have had access to that if the foundation had not committed to matching that contribution. So the foundation, we launched a $6 million campaign to support this project. We've raised 3 out of 6, but I am happy to say that we are really in the final stages. In about 6 to 8 months, we should be in a position to apply for Health Canada approval and FDA approval, and we should be able to get this test in every doctor's office in the world very soon. And none of that would have been possible if Montrealers had not supported Dr. Gilbert in this incredible project.
Wow. So this is a real game changer. I love this story because first of all, this will literally save lives, and this is clearly a concrete result of all the great work that's been done.
And it's 100% Montreal women who have participated in this clinical trial. And I can tell you for a fact that unfortunately, she has found quite a few Montrealers who were walking around with stage 1 and 2 cancer and didn't know. And a good friend of mine that just underwent surgery recently. And, it's better to know now and make the tough decision rather than wait 10 years from now and find yourself in terminal cancer.
All right. So you said you wanted to talk about another project as well.
Another project I'm really excited about that we've just begun to kickstart, and the bulk of the work will start next year thanks to a couple of major donations. We received $2 million from Power Corporation. RBC also contributed another $2 million, and this is to kick off an antimicrobial resistance center. Now, David, what you may not know is that we already have 1 in 5 infections around the world are resistant to antibiotics. And the World Health Organization, before the pandemic hit, had called this problem the number 1 global threat to humanity. And think about it. If you go for any kind of surgery, you go for a hip replacement, you always get antibiotics because the risk of infection is extremely high. Now, what happens when antibiotics don't work anymore? And that's actually the case right now. I caught bacterial pneumonia a few years ago. And I'm pretty disciplined. I don't take antibiotics unless I need to. I know it causes resistance. But unfortunately, the person I caught the bacterial pneumonia from had that strain, and therefore I got that strain. So what does that mean? It's that for some people, we don't even have the antibiotics to be able to cure them. And so with this center, it's a $20 million initiative with McGill University. We are working on prevention. We're also working on teaming up with other partners around the world. And we're working on actually finding new antibiotics. And this is a problem that the pharmaceutical industry is not interested in. Think about it. You can develop a diabetes drug that people will take forever, or you can develop antibiotics they'll take for 10 days and then move on with their lives. It's not financially viable for them. So this is really the responsibility of academic centers, and we're building this very, very unique center here in Montreal.
So we're going to build this center here, and are you starting the fundraising for this, or is this already underway?
We just started fundraising for the $20 million in September, and now we've got some seed funding underway, and we're starting to hire students and researchers, and they'll start with us in January. And that we're hoping to raise the balance of the funds that are required.
Oh, wow. So I have about a minute left. Do you want to talk about another project?
Well, I thought I would talk to you about two, they're more internal projects. Because Montrealers, they have a wide variety of different charities that they can give to. They have hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And for us, it was really important to send a strong message to our community of donors that we have done absolutely everything possible to strengthen our organization, have the very, very best standards of transparency and governance and financial accountability. And this year, I'm very proud to say that we are only the second foundation, the second charity in Quebec to get the Imagine Canada charity recognition certification. And this is, we had to undergo about 100 different standards and demonstrate that we are really top-notch in the country. And the other one, we were just named one of the very top corporate cultures. You were talking with your previous guest about the importance to retention and recruitment. And so receiving this top corporate culture award from Waterstone, one of the top in the country, is a huge honor for us and recognition for the work that we've done.
Wow. Well, congratulations for all this. Your passion is contagious. That's the one good thing that should be contagious. So thank you so much. Great work. Great job. I wish you all the best in 2023.
Thank you so much, David.
Take care. Julie Canville, President and CEO of the MUHC Foundation.